welcome everybody. Today I'd like to share with you the process of creating those two cute little mixed media scrapbook layouts. If you know me, you know that ages ago I used to be a scrapbooker and right now I have so many photographs from a wedding, and I definitely wanted to scrap some of them, put some of them into like scrapbook albums, even though most of them are just in a normal like photo book album, like a digital made album, because there are like way too many photographs to put them all into a scrapbook. I would never ever be able to finish that. But we have this cute little like guest book from our wedding where the guests kind of wrote some messages for us, and with some like Polaroid pictures they took at the wedding, and there are still like pages blank here in the back, because we had a rather small, intimate wedding, and I decided it would be fun to have some like scrapbook layouts, to scrap some of my favorite pictures from the wedding, and then to kind of yeah, just add those scrapbook layouts into this guest book to just fill up the pages. And I will also add in the the cards that we received at the wedding, and like memorabilia and like tiny tidbits, memories of the wedding to this guest book to fill this up. And yeah, I started with those two mixed media scrapbook layouts here. Kept it rather simple, just worked with some watercolors in the background, a little bit of white gesso, some dried leaves here because they kind of totally match the fall theme of our wedding. Yeah, so I just decided to share this process with you, to have the camera running while I'm working, and I hope you will enjoy it, and it maybe will give you a little bit of inspiration for a mixed media scrapbook layout. Or of course you could just do the same and use the same steps and the same technique for like a mixed media card, for example, or whatever you want to create. So I hope you will enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, let's get started.
So I'm starting on 2 sheets of heavyweight watercolor paper here, using some water, a brush, and some Ecoline liquid watercolors. And I decided for the colors, actually I picked up the colors from the background of the photos. The photos have a like autumn theme with lots of brown and orange and dark rich red in them. So yeah, those colors kind of inspired the colors that I'm using for the background design here. And as you can see, I'm just applying the watercolors to the background and then helping the colors to bleed and blend and run with lots and lots of water. I definitely wanted to keep that white frame around the watercolor area, so I'm making sure that I don't blend the colors too far into this like frame area here. I actually just want this nice colorful puddle of watercolor in the center here. And as you can see, I'm just continuing to adding some water, or with adding some water, and then I'm also using some white Ecoline liquid watercolor, and I'm just dripping that into the still wet color, which really gives you a very nice, really pretty blooming effect here. And this white also kind of mutes the very vibrant, very rich, deep watercolors a little. And that's definitely the look that I wanted to go for. And once the watercolor background is dry, I'm just using some white gesso here and a brayer, and I'm just brayering some white like on top of this watercolor area here, because I definitely didn't want it this like totally vibrant and dark watercolor background. I just wanted a little bit of this watercolor effect in the background, and then just adding a tiny bit of white and of this texture the brayer creates on top of it. Again, I waited till the background is dry, and now I'm just adding some more paint splatters here. Again, using the same colors that I already used in the background, so the orange and this dark rich autumn red here, just because I want to loosen up this edge of the watercolor design, and I kind of want a little bit of the color to go into the background. So I kind of use those splatters to overlap the colored area as well as the white frame area here. And once this is dry, I'm starting to embellish my page here after I finished the background design, and I'm just using a tiny paper doily here for one of the layouts, just adding a tiny faux stitched border around it and then using my tape runner to adhere it to the background before I apply a pressed autumn leaf. Those are leaves that I collected outside a couple of weeks ago and then pressed them inside of a heavy, thick book. And now I'm just gluing those leaves onto the layout and then adding my photograph here as a main focal point. And then to embellish the page even further, adding another leaf and one of those cute tiny wooden hearts here. Those are the hearts that we already used in the decoration, in the table decoration of our wedding. So this again is a nice like red thread leading from our wedding to scrapbooking our wedding photographs here on this layout. Okay, so moving on to the next layout, again gluing down one of those larger pressed leaves here, kind of playing with the leaves and deciding if I want another one to go onto the layout, but I decided to stick with one because I didn't want it to cover up too much of the background. And then I'm using a tiny piece of this like trim here of this burlap trim, again an element that I that we already used in the wedding table decoration and decorating the flower pots and everything. So again, another element that kind of connects our wedding decoration or our wedding theme to the layouts here. And again, just sticking down the photograph and adding another leaf here before I continue to embellish the page with more watercolor splatters. You know me, you know that I love splatters and I can't get enough of paint splatters, so I decided I want some smaller paint splatters here in the background as well, and also like on the leaves and in some areas on the photographs as well, to kind of combine or to bring all the different layers and all the different elements a little more together. And in this case I'm using like a smaller brush here, as you can see, which obviously creates just smaller paint splatters compared to the large paint splatters that the large brush created in the beginning. And once those tiny splatters are dry, I'm also using the white Ecoline watercolor again for some additional white splatters, because I just totally love that look of white splatters. It kind of adds like a magical touch. It kind of adds like a sparkle to the whole project, or to the art journal page, or in this case to the scrapbook layouts. So next I digged deep into my scrapbook supply stash and found those stickers or thickers, American Craft thickers, just spelling out the word love here on the layout, and then using some additional stickers that I bought especially for scrapbooking our wedding photos. As if I don't have like enough scrapbook supplies, but hey, there's always something new and something better than you already have, right? So you have to buy something new. Yeah, so I'm just adding some tiny word strips here, some additional stickers from those sheets, Teresa Collins sticker sheets that I bought, and I just totally love that vintage feel of the stickers, and also the color combination, which also very nicely matches our wedding color combination here. And I also have some like small die cuts here that I'm using and gluing down as well, just as some like additional small pieces of embellishment. And yeah, that was it. Actually, like super simple, nothing fancy, yet I totally love the look and I love the combination of my beloved mixed media with scrapbooking. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and talk to you all soon. Bye, folks.